Hello, welcome to the GNSA Liaison Orientation, your guide to getting started in your new role as a GNSA Liaison. So my name is Marilyn Jaraita. I'm the Student Services Assistant here at AACN, and I work within the GNSA, and I'm your primary contact. So usually most of the emails and communication that you'll get will be from me, and I'm excited to be working with you all. And I'll let Marta introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. My name is Marta Okniewski, and I am the Director of Student Engagement with AACN and working specifically with the GNSA. And we're thrilled to have you as part of our liaison team. Thanks, Marilyn.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to go over the agenda for the orientation. So we're going to first start with an overview of the GNSA. Then we're going to lead into the GNSA liaison role and responsibilities. And then we're going to get you started, letting you know what activities and tasks you can do to get started. And then we're going to highlight some upcoming GNSA activities in the year, and we'll leave our contact information with you all. So if you have any questions, you can just contact us and we'll get back to you. Now let Marta introduce a little bit more information about the GNSA and what we do.
Thank you, Marilyn. So in terms of the GNSA, hopefully you all already know a little bit about us, but we kind of want to give you some time to talk about exactly what the GNSA is, what was behind us launching this group for graduate nursing students. So of course, GNSA is the Graduate Nursing Student Academy, and it was launched in 2012, really focused on what is the professional development needs of our graduate nursing students. How can we provide them the tools, the resources to be successful, not only in your graduate program, but also in your future nursing career. So the goal is to provide high value programs, services, and resources to all of our members. Now, if we go to the next slide, we'll look at what is the mission, the vision, and the values of the GNSA. Our mission was created through our Leadership Council, which we'll talk a little bit about later. But they really determined that the mission should reflect the overall mission of AACN, the American Association of Colleges of Nursing. So as you can see here, our mission as the collective voice for graduate students, the GNSA fosters collaboration, innovation, and excellence in academic nursing and healthcare. And so we really strive to achieve that in all the different services and all the different resources that are available to you. Our vision is this: graduate nursing students are the future leaders in improving and transforming healthcare. And I cannot stress this one enough, because you really are the future of healthcare, and you really play an important part in being the leaders and ensuring that our future in terms of healthcare only improves. And our values are leadership, diversity, equity, and inclusion, innovation, and engagement. So again, we really look to our values to ensure that the services and the programs and the various events offered really reflect what the values are. So moving on, we're going to talk a little bit about what are the services and resources that are available through the GNSA. Now, as a liaison, it's important for you to familiarize yourself with those resources so that you can easily connect your fellow students to what's available through the GNSA. First, of course, we have live and on-demand webinars. All of our webinars offer continuing education credit hours. You can use these credit hours to meet certification requirements, licensing requirements. You can, again, attend the sessions live, or you can attend them as a recording or on demand. We focus on a variety of different topics, everything from leadership development to publishing, to mentoring, and even to how to prepare for a certification exam. The other service is our GNSA Connect community. This is our online community where all of our members are able to interact via discussions, post questions, share resources with others. There's a lot of conversations that are happening within that community amongst our members who may not know who they can turn to or are seeking advice, perhaps considering going on to get a doctorate and wanting to know, what are some suggestions from others. So it's a really great opportunity for you to feel like you're part of this larger community on a national level of graduate nursing students across the country. As a liaison, we certainly love to see members in the GNSA Connect community and you contributing to those conversations, as it allows others to feel as though they are being heard and their questions are being responded to. So we love to see our liaisons in the GNSA Connect community. There's also a directory there. So if you're looking for a particular student that may be interested in a specific research area or a practice area, or if you met somebody at a conference or during a webinar, that's a great place to try to find them and connect with that individual. We also have a monthly publication. It's the GNSA Bulletin. It is released on the first Wednesday of every month. And being aware of not wanting to flood your inboxes with too many emails, we really make sure that our bulletin is filled with all of the information that you need to know for the month and the upcoming months. So that's where we'll post our upcoming events, any webinars. We include scholarship opportunities. We also like to highlight an emerging leader in the bulletin, and that is where you come in. And so Marilyn will talk to you a little bit more about that later. Leadership development, there's a lot of different opportunities for you to really focus on your leadership skills, fine-tune those skills. And of course, as a liaison, that is one way for you to really build up those leadership skills that you already have. The other leadership opportunities exist through our leadership council. I mentioned in the beginning, they were instrumental in our mission. And the leadership council consists of 10 students who are selected for the position and serve a 2-year term, and really serve as the individuals who determine the strategic priorities for the GNSA. Another resource is policy engagement. There are a number of different ways. If you're interested in policy or advocacy and really want to grow in those areas, we collaborate a lot with our government affairs department, and we offer the GNSA advocacy leaders. This group is limited to 2 representatives per state, including Puerto Rico and the District of Columbia. And so that brings us to a total of 104 students that get to participate in quarterly conference calls, really focused on growing you as a future leader within the advocacy and health policy arena. And of course, scholarships. We have worked hard to partner with different companies and different organizations to provide scholarships that are exclusive to graduate nursing students. So if you check out our student section, that's where we contain information about the upcoming scholarships. We certainly also highlight the deadlines, the eligibility requirements within our bulletin. So those are kind of a big roundup of our services and resources.
Thank you, Marta. And all of these are available by visiting aacn.org/GNSA. So next we'll talk about membership, which is a big part of your role as a liaison, but just very informational to know. So membership is free to graduate nursing students attending an AACN member school. This is membership in the GNSA program. And we currently have 9,729 GNSA members as of February 2023. And we have 77 GNSA liaisons, once again, as of February 2023. And all of these liaisons have been a key part in building that number to what it is now. And once again, you're going to be a key part in building that number up more and increasing it to reach our goal, which is 12,000 members by 2024. And we're going to be your at least helpful guides in helping you reach that number by providing you the resources to engage the students at your school, but also letting you know how the efforts and initiatives that you're taking are helping build that number and increase it at your school specifically. So now we can move on to your role as a liaison. And so GNSA liaisons are volunteers who engage their fellow students in the GNSA and serve as a point of contact. As a GNSA liaison, you are the point of contact for your school, the representative for your school, and the point of contact to the GNSA nationally. We want to know what the students at your school are interested in. We want to know what services they're seeking, what programs they're seeking. We want to know that, and you're going to be the point of contact in making sure we get that information. And so this role is an opportunity to engage in professional development, advance leadership skills, and network. And then we're going to move on to what we expect from you and your responsibilities. So firstly is our town hall participation. Town hall participation is required, and we have one in the fall and one in the spring, and participation in at least one town hall call each year is expected. And since we'll let you know the dates early on, at least 30 days prior, we do expect you to show up and participate, because this town hall event is an opportunity for you to engage with other liaisons that you may not be able to reach because of the distance, but also you can find out what tools and what things that they're doing that are working at their school, that are helping them engage with their students a lot better. And if you have tips and tricks that you can share, this would be the place for it. Next is our check-ins. Our check-ins will happen with your region's leadership council member twice a semester via Zoom or email. We want to help create a stronger relationship with the leadership council, and they are excited to meet you, and they have been in your position before, so they know what works and what doesn't, and they can be a mentor and just be able to speak with you in case you need any guidance. So we want to establish that connection early on. Next is a semester summary completion. We will ask you to complete a semester summary at the end of each semester, and this will give us a summary of how things went that semester. That could be any activities you went through with, any events that you threw, or even any concerns that you had throughout the semester that maybe didn't, that helped you or stopped you from being able to accomplish any goals or reaching any kind of, or doing any activities that you were interested in doing. So this semester summary is very important because it helps us get feedback from you all about what's working and what is not, and we're able to shape the liaison program accordingly. The next is the replacement liaison. This is super important because we want to make sure that your school continues having a representative once you graduate. We get super excited once our liaisons graduate, and we hope that we could keep them, but we can't. So we hope that you can help us find a liaison to replace you and keep that conversation going within your school, keep your peers connected to the GNSA. So it is your responsibility to find and recruit a new GNSA liaison for your institution to take over. And this should happen before you graduate, just so you can have a seamless transition, and you can even assist the new liaison in transitioning to their role. Next is the Vision for Nursing video, or an Instagram takeover. We want you to develop a Vision for Nursing video, and this can be a brief 30 to 45-second video describing your vision for nursing. And it can be as simple as that. And we have more information on the Vision for Nursing video and what you can do, other tips and ways that it would be beneficial for us to have that video, but also where it would be posted once you do send it to us. I'll show you where that is in the change agent community a little bit later. But in case you don't want to shoot a Vision for Nursing video, you can also participate in a one-day liaison Instagram takeover. And this will be a casual liaison Instagram takeover of our Instagram, the GNSA Instagram, because our audience wants to know more about our nursing leaders, our very smart, proactive nursing leaders. So being a part of a day in your life, we would love to have that kind of content, and we would be interested in having that available for the audience on Instagram. So if you're interested in that and you prefer to just take over the Instagram instead of making that video, that is there for you.
And Marilyn, if I could just add to the Vision for Nursing video is really intended to just be fun and an opportunity for you to kind of showcase what is your vision for nursing? Where do you see the nursing profession going? What do you think the future is going to look like? So again, this is just a very brief, as Marilyn stated, very brief clip or video that you can record using your cell phone. It is only, only has to be 30 to 45 seconds long, and then we place it on our YouTube channel. And if you go to our YouTube channel, you will see some of the previous Vision for Nursing videos there to get an idea or maybe to get some inspiration. But again, the whole goal of that is intended to be fun and to give you some visibility as, we tag you in that video, we add your name to it, and maybe it's something you want to share with your school. So it's intended to be fun. And the same thing goes for the Instagram takeover. This is kind of the fun. There's, it's very informal. Our past takeovers have really looked at the day in the life of the graduate students, and people have shared anything from, their day as they're studying for an exam, or their day as they are getting ready to close out the semester and maybe going on vacation. So it's really intended to be fun. That's the whole goal. And it's an opportunity for people to kind of see in a different light what the day in the life of a graduate student looks like.
Yes. Thank you, Marta. So lastly is the completion of at least 3 of the following activities. So first is nominate an emerging leader, and Marta mentioned this earlier. Our emerging leaders are leaders in the graduate nursing, leaders that you think stand out, somebody who you think maybe in your cohort, in your program, in your schools, whoever you think stands out. You can nominate them by filling out a form. You can even nominate yourself, and then they would be showcased and highlighted in our GNSA bulletin. Next, you can interview a nursing leader. We have information and tips on how to interview a nursing leader available in the change agent community. And we also have past videos of nursing leader interviews on our YouTube if you are interested in doing that and want to follow a similar format. You can also write a post for the liaison updates. This also is another newsletter that comes out monthly, and we have a part in the beginning of it where you can share maybe a topic that you're interested in, maybe just a little bit more about you in the liaison updates. And this would be shared out to all the liaisons in our program. And next is be an active change agent in the community. So this means responding to questions that students have posed either in the change agent community or the GNSA community. This is answering questions, posing questions, and essentially just engaging with the community members within our 2 communities, the GNSA community and the GNSA change agent community. Next is host a webinar watch party. We have webinars frequently, so putting together a watch party of students and within your school that you can come together and watch a webinar together, even earn credits together, would be a great way to engage your peers and also get the GNSA involved and let them know a little bit more about it by actively, or at least putting on something for them to watch that can educate them based on the webinar that it is, and also just give them these credits that they can use for school. Next is present on the GNSA at orientation or in class. We have resources available, a presentation available in the change agent community if you want to present on the GNSA at a student orientation or in a class before the class starts. Sometimes you can ask your professors to present it really quickly and they would accept it, or maybe even just share it with them and ask them to share it with your classmates. Next is attend the GNSA conference. We have an annual GNSA conference that happened in the summer. You will share information on that whenever it's available, and if you're able to, you can come attend the GNSA conference and network and connect with all the nursing leaders and experts that attend the conference. Next is participate in the GNSA Career Readiness Week. So this is a career readiness week that provides our GNSA students with career development resources that can help them in job acquisition, contract negotiations, or just being ready for whenever they do start applying for jobs and going for interviews. And that looks like resume work, CV work, and getting more time with experts who know what it takes to get a job in the nursing field.
And I just want to add to, before we move into the getting started, so these look like, a lot of responsibilities that we have presented to you. The first two slides really covered things that we would like you to do. And, as you saw, attending the town hall call, again, that's something that you would do once in a semester. Or we would certainly love for you to attend both town hall calls, but really just ask you to attend one of them. Then connecting with the leadership council members, that is really an opportunity for you to establish that connection. And we just really want to make you aware that an email will be sent to you from them at the beginning. So to be on the lookout for that, you'll know who the representative is within your area. And it's another resource person that you can access. The semester summary is important for us to get a sense of, who you are, what you've been doing, what has been successful, what have been your challenges. It really gives us great insight into what we can do to support you. And then the other two opportunities, the vision for nursing or the Instagram takeover, that is something that you'll be doing one time during the course of your service as a liaison. And then, finding a replacement liaison, it's something that is kind of more active as you're getting closer to your graduation date. And so then on the last slide, Marilyn talked to you about all of the different things, and we really just look for you to do 3 of these activities out of this list. So often the question that we get from liaisons is, or people who are interested in the liaison position is, how much time should I be dedicating to this, or how much time am I expected to give to this role? And so typically we say about an hour a week, depending on what activities you're working on. If you're going to be doing an interview with a nursing leader, certainly that may require more logistical aspects to it. And so maybe it might be more than an hour. That is really an opportunity for you to get to know a faculty member at your school, but also present that to the fellow GNSA and your fellow liaisons. So we've really tasked these responsibilities for you to help you grow and give us an understanding of what you're doing. So typically I like to say that you can anticipate to spend about an hour a week on these activities. And certainly you can add more time to that depending on what you're doing. Or if there's time where your weeks are just, you don't have any time to dedicate to this role, that's certainly understandable with the different responsibilities that may be coming along in the semester. So I just wanted to add that.
Yes, thank you, Marta. So next we'll talk about getting started. How do you get started in this new role as a GNSA liaison? So first it starts with goal setting. You have to set goals that you want to achieve as a GNSA liaison. And this is going to help guide your time as a GNSA liaison to help you figure out what you want to do and even help us in recruitment. As you set these goals, we'll also be going through them with you, and you will have them for your own record whenever you come to fill out the semester summary form at the end of both semesters. Then next we'll be meeting with Marilyn. We'll review your goals and get clarity on how to achieve them through the program. I'll be able to give you direct resources, answer your questions directly, and go through your goals and make sure that you're able to achieve them with the time constraints that you have, or maybe just the time that you have as a graduate student. And then lastly is a coffee and chat with a leadership council member. So this is going to be an informal meeting with your region's leadership council member. And this is going to once again build that peer-to-peer mentoring relationship that we want y'all to have, because they've been in a similar role. They've been in similar roles. They've also helped us create a lot of programs and resources that we have available in the GNSA for graduate students. So finding a time for you to meet and talk and just get comfortable with each other will be super beneficial for your time as a GNSA liaison. So next, these are your tools, the liaison tools that you have access to now include the change agent community. You should have access to this by visiting the dashboard, your dashboard on the AACN website, and I'll show you how to get to that a little bit later. And next, the liaison updates newsletter, which like I mentioned, comes out monthly. And this offers current information on scholarships, programs that we have, events, and other things, even resources that we have available to you as a GNSA liaison, like the business card here on the right. But this newsletter is up for you to share with your peers as you please, but it offers a little bit more information that isn't included in the bulletin. And since it's specific to our liaisons, it's going to be specific with information about the current GNSA members that are at your school. And this can help you shape your goals and find out how you need to move and other activities that you can do to increase this number and build it. So next is the guidelines and engagement packet. This is a packet with guidelines for you as a liaison, and also engagement tips and tricks that we have compiled together from past liaisons and the leadership council members, and ideas that they've had that can help you succeed in this role. Next is the liaison information sheet. This is a one-pager that we have available for you to have in case you need to share with your peers. It offers really, I guess, concise information on the GNSA and a brief overview that you can share with the students at your school to at least let them know a little bit more about the GNSA without having to send them to the AACN website. This will offer information that's right on one sheet, and you can share that with them. And I'll show you that sheet as well. That's available in the change agent community. So next, I'll group these next two together. It's the GNSA brochures and business cards, and the 5 ways to get started with the GNSA infographic. These are all physical resources that we have that we can send to you and mail to you to help you in your recruitment efforts and engaging the students at your school with the GNSA. You would just have to order them through a form, but they're available. These GNSA brochures offer more information about the GNSA, but in brochure form. The business cards, similar to the one here on the right, will offer your information. It will give your school, your email, your number, and highlight you as a liaison for your school. And then the 5 ways to get started with GNSA infographic. This will give the students that you recruit a little bit more information on how to get involved with the GNSA after recruitment. So after you've shared the information about the GNSA, you can give this to them to let them know this is how you can connect and get even deeper and really find all the resources that you need within the GNSA to help you succeed in your time in school. So next, I'm going to get out of this. I'm going to show you all the change agent community firstly. So once you start from the AACN website, you can go up here. You have to first log in. I'm already logged in. So I'm going to go to view my dashboard. And in my member dashboard, it's going to be all the way at the bottom in my communities. And you're going to be a part of the GNSA community and the change agent community. So when you click the change agent community, it's going to open up the homepage, which has the latest discussion posts, different community features, and other announcements. But what I want to show you all is the resources that we have available. So in this tab, the resources tab, we have things like the town hall minutes available. We have the change agent guidelines, which I mentioned, and these are all available to just view. If you'd want to just pop it out and view it like this, you can. And this also includes the engagement tips, but you can also download it if you want to have it on your computer, and if you want to maybe share it, print it out, and things like that. We also have some resources from students, our liaisons, who have added in things that you may be interested in. But here we have the future vision for nursing video. And this just offers more information on it and exactly where to send it to. My information right here, Marilyn, and to view previous videos, it's also available here. And then next, we have the 5 ways to get started with GNSA. This is that infographic that we have. And you don't necessarily have to print this out. We will send this to you if you want. You just have to order it alongside the brochures and the business cards. And this is that presentation I mentioned. If you want to give a presentation at the beginning of your class or in a student orientation, this is available to download and view. And at the end, we have another slide where you can add your contact information if you want students to reach out to you. So that would be the only thing you'd need to personalize. And then lastly is that 1-pager GNSA information sheet, where this one you can definitely print out and share with students. You can also print this out and put it on physical boards at your school and have it there for students to view as they're passing by, because it gives a brief but also straight to the point overview of the GNSA and what we have to offer. Lastly, I wanted to lastly, I'll also go through how to order the business cards. So in the guidelines document at the top here, if you click this, it'll open up this same document. And in this guidelines and engagement document at the bottom under engagement tips, number 2 will tell you how to order free business cards and brochures by filling out this form. So you just have to fill out this form and indicate what you want, be it brochures, business cards, or just the infographic. And then we'll send those out to you as soon as possible. So yeah, it'd be brochures, personalized card, infographics. So select however many, select which ones you want, and we'll be able to get them out to you.
And if for some reason you need more infographics or brochures because you're part of a larger program, just indicate that in the special requests, or I believe there's a place for you to indicate special requests. So just indicate that and we can send you more.
Yes. And then I also wanted to show the how to access the bulletin and the liaison updates. So on the bulletin, if you navigate to students and then navigate to Graduate Nursing Student Academy, there's 2 ways you can access the bulletin. The bulletin is available here, but it's also available on the side. And you'd be able to see our past issues and our current issue by just clicking it, and it'll pop it up. And this is another resource that you can share with the students at your school. And this offers more information about our liaisons. It offers our emerging leader highlight, and even a intro from one of our leadership council members. But if you're trying to reach the liaison updates, it is available in 2 places as well. It's available here, and here it will actually take you to the GNSA Liaisons page where you can find it here. And I believe it's also here, so I'll just move to this page. Oh, no, it's not. So this will load and it'll pull up all the past and our current liaison update. And this is another resource you can share with the students at your school.
And I just want to add to that, although you can access the Liaison Updates newsletter through the website, it is sent directly to you via email. And that is the first place you may want to check. The reason for that being is that the Liaison Updates email is personalized to each liaison, and it does contain information that is personal to you. And that, of course, means the number of GNSA members within your school. So one of the things that our liaisons often want to know is, are my efforts being successful? Are the activities I'm engaging in or the communication I'm sending out, are they getting more GNSA members from my school? So one way that we share that information with you is by including it directly in the liaison updates email and putting it at the beginning of the email. So at least month to month, it gives you the ability to track, to see whether your efforts have been successful. If for some reason you need that information sooner, you can also always reach out to us and we can tell you exactly how many GNSA members are at your school. So I do encourage you to first check that liaison updates email that you receive. It does go out on a Wednesday. It's typically the third Wednesday of every month. And make sure it's not going to your spam, but that is the first place for you to understand how many GNSA members are at your school. Thanks, Marilyn.
Yep. No. So we're also going to cover or highlight some of the upcoming events that we have throughout this year. So in March and October, we have our liaison town hall call. And like I shared, this is an opportunity to share your concerns, challenges, network with others, and ask questions. We also regularly have our leadership council members attendees, so you can also pick their brains at either the March or October town hall call. And then in the summer, we have the GNSA conference where we share tools and tips to help you excel in your graduate program and propel your nursing career to new heights. And here you'd have access to liaisons, you'd have access to nursing leaders, you'll have access to nursing experts and especially experts in your field or your program. So next in April, we have our Career Readiness Week. And the Career Readiness Week offers free career development opportunities to all graduate nursing students at AACN member institutions. And then lastly, we have our scholarships. $15,000 is given out exclusively to GNSA members annually. We have many scholarships that are open at different times of the year available, and you can find these scholarship opportunities through the AACN website. So lastly, we want to make sure that you are staying connected with us on all of our platforms so you know what is happening, what events are coming up, what webinars are available, and any other resources that you can share with students. And you can stay connected and share the information that we've had featured on our social media by following us. And so our Twitter and Instagram have the @AACN_GNSA. And our Facebook, our is AACN.GNSA. And then YouTube, it's just Graduate Student Nursing Academy. And on these different platforms, we'll be offering different information, relevant information that you can share. You can specifically send to students, maybe peers that you know would be interested in that, and help us engage students online.
And just quick edit, I think it's actually Graduate Nursing Student Academy.
Graduate Nursing Student Academy is our YouTube. And that will be correct. And you would be able to access it by clicking this orientation video and just going to our YouTube as well. And so lastly, we're going to share our contact information. So if you have any questions and you need any clarification, please feel free to reach out to us. Reach out to me. My email is there, mjaraita@aacnnursing.org. And my number is also there, 202-868-4307, the extension 202, if you want to call me instead. Marta's information is also there if you feel like you want to reach out to her. But for any direct questions, I'd recommend reaching out to me and I'll get back to you for sure in the quickest manner. Yes. Anything else to add, Marta?
I think that covers everything. And this, as you said, feel free to reach out to us. We always love hearing your voices too. So also welcome calls at any time. But we're here to serve as a resource for you and here really to help propel you to the next level in your graduate nursing education and as well as in your nursing career. So excited to hopefully have you on board as a GNSA liaison and looking forward to engaging with you. And we just want to say huge thank you for volunteering for this position and really serving as the leaders at your institutions.
Yes, thank you all. And we are excited to be working with you, and feel free to reach out. Any questions, just let us know. Thank you.